Izzibel. Welcome to my channel. Today I am working on day 27 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 9. Now, the sketch that I am working on was created by Jessica Mayer from the Scrappy Sisters. And I really like this layout, not just because it's simple, but because of how it turns out as well. But we'll figure it out as I go. I am using these two photos of little Shady. He is my mother-in-law's dog, and he is the cutest little pup. Well, he's not really a pup. He's an old man now, but he's one of my favorites. Now, on the sketch, there are some florals that go down. I think I'm going to put paw prints, just like if a dog is he's walking across the page. I think I'm just going to drop paw prints down and then create the title with some stickers. Now, what I thought I would do, obviously I want to back these photos because they're really, I need something to make them pop. And I wanted to do more than just black. I thought that bringing in the gray would work because there is a slight gray tone on the white pattern paper. But I wasn't liking how it looked, especially because there's lots of browns in his photos. So I'm going to triple back it. First, I'm going to back it with a very thin layer of white, then red, and then black, and then put that against the design from the sketch, and it works well. I do change out the red just because the one I was using was a little bit brighter, and I liked the darker one. I know it sounds a little picky, but I had good reason for it. I, rather than cut up a brand new 12 by 12 cardstock paper, when I was looking for a red cardstock to back the photos with, this one was still, it had barely been cut and it was darker red. It matched the pattern paper a little bit better. So this is what I went with. That way I didn't have to cut up a new one. Okay, so there was reason for it. But the prompt that Adam over at Dottie About Flair has incorporated for the challenge is to incorporate torn paper in the layout, which is very simple for this one just because the sketch has the design already in it. The red cardstock is a little bit thicker than the pattern paper, and I didn't like the way that the ridges were kind of torn. So I go back and just like some of the sharp edges, I pick those, just the tips, so that it's not sharp. And then on the pattern paper, I tore it once, and then I go back and tear it again because I wanted to make it more of a rigid pattern the way that the red came out. It's not going to be exactly the same, and I wasn't trying to make it exactly the same. I just wanted it to look like I cut them the same way, because the first time I did it, it looked like I cut one with like jagged scissors and the other one I just tore. So this was me just being over picky on how it looked. I know torn paper, it's not supposed to really matter, but I wanted it to at least look decent. But moving on, you guys, moving on. I cut the white pattern paper at 3.5 inches, and then I only cut 2 inches of the red just to get it underneath the white, and then I get those adhered to the layout. Now I'm gonna sit the photos just as it is in the sketch. The one to the left is tilted, and the one to the right I'll keep a little bit straight. And I'm gonna mark just about, this isn't exactly where they're gonna sit, but it's an estimate of where they're gonna sit so that I can do some mixed media on the background. Now for the mixed media, instead of just doing splatters, because I didn't want it to look like mud splatters, because I was thinking I would work with the browns, Close to My Heart, Toffee, and Mocha, but I used the Mocha first with the Bo Bunny mixed media stamp, and it kind of looked a little too dark. And I had already stamped it, so there was no going back, but I just made sure that I didn't overpower the mixed media. I only did it in like 3 places where it would kind of just be sticking out of from behind the photos. And then I utilized the Close to My Heart dog stamps. I just used the bone, the Bow Wow, I Woof You, and well, there's an outline of a bone and then there's a solid bone. So I use those from that stamp collection, and I get them stamped in the Toffee, and then I bring in some mixed media stamps from a Tim Holtz collection that I have, I'm going to bring this circle stamp and get a couple of them stamped on the layout, but I'm also going to utilize it above or below the bow wow in certain places, almost like a half circle sitting on it. And I'm just going to use a paper to help me block so that I don't get it where I don't want it. And then I pull in this splatter. It's like a splatter stamp. I thought that I was going to add some scarlet. However, once I get it stamped on the layout, it looks like blood. And I did not want to go there. So I decided against it. Luckily, the first stamp that I did was where the pictures are going to sit. But instead of using the red with the splatter, I bring in the I Woof You stamp. I stamp that throughout the mixed media cluster and then get the layers adhere to the layout. Once I do that, I'm going to bring in some Paper Studio stickers. Now, all the stickers that I use are from the Paper Studio that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to do random like dog words throughout just to add the black. What I was trying to do in the mixed media is bring in the colors that are on that white pattern paper. Now, the only one that I didn't apply to the background was the gray, but I utilized that in the title with the dog tag. It's gray and red. What I was trying to do was bring in the colors that are on the right side of the page to a little bit of the left side, just so that it would look cohesive and balance out the layout. For the title, what I do is I just get my white scrap cardstock, and then I'm going to put Adorable, which is part of the Paper Studio stickers, and then I'm going to bring in some alpha stickers that are actually part of the Paper Studio as well, and they're in red. So I'm going to do Adorable Shady, and then bring in that dog tag, and then fussy cut it, just as if it was pulled off of a sticker or a chipboard. What I did forget to mention was that I brought in the Paper Studio, they're like textured foam paws. I had them crawl up the page as if the dog walked across it to mimic the florals that are on the sketch. For the title, I ended up popping it up on Fun Foam, and it didn't look right being the only dimension on the page. So I went back and I popped up the photos as well to give me the dimension throughout the whole layout. That's pretty much going to be this sketch, you guys. I really do love how this turned out, and I am so excited to only have 3 more sketches to do. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I am just trying to get through these next 3 layouts and then move into my own creations, and hopefully it not be so stressful. However, I've been wanting to get these done for the longest time. I know Series 9 has been done and over with for quite some time now. They already did Best of 30 Days, which I did not participate. Only 1 layout I did. And then there is October coming around again for another 30 days, which I don't think I'm going to participate this time. But no promises. I might do better. We'll see. I don't know. I think I'm going to have fun with just my own stuff for a little while. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Have any questions? Ask me. I really look forward to reading what you guys have to say. And I will hopefully catch you guys real soon with another one. So you guys take care and stay crafty. Bye.